Where is Harshid? Harshil will join or not today? Shahid. So for today's class, we have these doubts or these problems. We will solve these problems. Okay. The first one is a beam of 5 meter length. First load is applied at the center of that particular beam, and the intensity of load is 8 kilonewton. The load is a concentrated load which is applied on a particular beam, okay, or a member. So it is a member load. And the second load is applied 4 meter away from the start point of that particular beam. Intensity of the beam is 5 kilonewton, and it is also a concentrated load and acting on a beam, so it is a member load, right? We have to solve this particular problem in StatPro. Go to the StatPro, open a new project. Please have a pen and paper and write down each and everything, and if you have any doubt, just write it down. At the last of the session we will discuss about it. Please take a pen and paper, okay? Go to the new project, select a space frame, provide a name. We are analyzing a beam, so I just provide a name as beam. Select a location, length unit will be meter and force unit will be kilonewton. Then click on next and finish. Take a front view from these view cubes. These are the view cubes, okay? First one is for front view, then back view, right side view, left side view, then right side view, top view, bottom view and isometric view. By default view is always isometric view. So we have to take a front view. Now create a beam of 5 meter length. I just told you 3 different ways to create a beam. In this particular lecture we will create a beam with the help of grid. Just click on the 0 and then click on 5 and close the grid from here. Look at this, we have created a beam of 5 meter length. You can verify also the length. Just go to dimension and click on display. When you click on display, the dimension of the beam will display 5 meter, okay? To remove, again go to the dimension, click on remove and then remove. It will remove. After that, just go to general and click on property. In data area, just click on define. When you click on define, there is new dialog box will open. In this particular dialog box, just go to the rectangle. In rectangle, provide a depth of the beam and width of the beam. I am just providing a depth of the beam as 0.35 meter and width of the beam as 0.25 meter. Add this one and close the particular dialog box. Look at this, the property is created. Select this particular property. Select a method of assignment as use cursor to assign. We are using use cursor to assign. Then click on assign button and then click on the particular beam. Okay. Then go to support. When you click on support, in data area there will be new dialog box will open, and here you have to go to create button. Just click on create and select a particular support. What are the supports? Both the supports are pin support, okay? So just select a pin support and add this. Look at this, support 2 is added here. Select the support 2, take a method as use cursor to assign then click on assign and click on the particular node. Is it clear to all? Now go to the load and definition tab. Click on the load and definition and then go to the load case details. In load case details, just click on the add button. New dialog box will open again. You have to take a loading type from this. I am just taking a none. If we are applying a dead load, live load or any other load, we have to take it. For the time being, I am taking none. And give a title as point load, because we are applying a point load on a beam. Add and close. Look at this, the new case is added to particular option which is point load. Just select that particular point load case and again click on the add button. New dialog box will open again. In this particular dialog box, you have to take a member load because the load is applied on a member. Okay. So just take a member load and select a concentrated force. The load is point load or concentrated force. So we have to take a concentrated force. Provide a value as -8. If the load will apply in downward direction, if load is in downward direction like that, so we have to take a negative sign. Okay. No need to provide D1 and D2. Just write it down. No need to provide D1 and D2 if the load is acting on center point of that particular beam. If the load is acting on center of the beam, no need to provide D1 and D2 value. Just go to add and look at this. What about the second load? For second load, just provide a intensity as -5 and you have to provide a D1 value. What is D1? D1 is the distance from start point of the beam to the load. This distance. D1 is the distance from start point of the beam to the load, where the load is acting, okay, which is 4 meter for that particular case. So we need to provide D1 is equal to 4. What about the D2? D2 is the distance in cross section. Look at this. If your beam is like that, the cross section of the beam, and by default load will act at the center of that particular cross section. If you want to apply a load away from the center, you need to provide a D2 value. This distance will be D2. Is it okay to all? So we need not to provide a D2, okay, just provide D1 only. Add and close. Then we have to assign these both loads to the particular beam. Just select a first load, take a method as use cursor to assign, click on the assign button and then click on the particular beam. Look at this, load is applied at the center of the beam. Take a second load and again click on the particular beam. To apply second, third or fourth load, we need not to take again a method. Just click on the particular load case and then click on the particular beam. But the length of that particular load is very long, so we need to scale that load. We need to scale that load, okay. For that, just go to the scale option here, right over here, scale. just click on the scale, go to the point force and provide a value as 10 and click on OK. Now the length is reduced. What we did, go to the scale, go to the point force and provide a scale as 10 and then click on OK. To verify intensity of the particular load, just press Shift plus V, V for van, Shift and V. When you when you press Shift plus V, the load intensity will appear in the screen. Okay. No, it is not portal frame, it's a simple beam. Now go to analyze oblique print. Click on the analysis oblique print button. Then add this particular thing, click on the add button and close the dialog box. Okay. After that, just go to the analysis tab at menu bar and click on run analysis. Save. Error must be 0 at the end of the analysis. If there is one or two error or any other error, you cannot proceed further. First you have to correct the error, then only you can go to the post processing mode. If there is even a one error, you cannot proceed further. Error must be 0 always. Okay. Now click on the go to the post processing mode and then done and OK. When you click on OK, you will come to the post processing mode. We were in modeling mode. Okay. Now we are in post processing mode and the default opening diagram is a displacement diagram. To increase the scale of that particular diagram, just press a control button, hold the control button and scroll the middle button of your mouse. This middle button you can scroll in front side. Okay. What are the values of the particular displacement? At the start point of the beam, the value is 0 mm. At a 1.25 meter length beam, the value is 0.978 mm. At the center of that particular beam, the value is 1.452 mm. At the length of 3.75 meter, the value is 1.04054 mm. At the end of that particular beam, the length is equal to 5 meter. The value is also 0. Okay. What are the resultants? You can see a resultant at the last column. You can annotate the value of particular diagram at this screen also. For that, just go to the results, then click on view value, then go to the beam results and click on maximum resultant and then annotate and close. Look at this, the maximum resultant value will appear in this particular diagram also. Just go to the reaction and look at this, there are reactions at the support. We are not applied a load in x direction, so reaction will be 0. In z direction also reaction will be 0. We applied a load in y direction, so reaction will be come in y direction. In this particular table also you can see a reaction value. Support reaction, node 1 due to point load, Fy reaction is 5 kilonewton. Node 2, due to point load, the reaction will be 8 kilonewton. Okay. Go to the beam. If you click on beam, the bending moment diagram will appear. Just hold the control button and scroll your mouse to increase the scale of that particular diagram. And what are the values of the bending moment? Just go to this table, refer this table for this. Beam number 1, to see beam number just press shift plus B for ball, shift and B for ball, just write it down. Shift plus N for next or Nagpur, shift plus N for node numbers, shift plus B for beam number, shift plus N for node numbers. Okay. Beam number 1, due to point load at a distance of 0 means the start point of the beam. What are the values of mz or bending moment? 0, because it is a pin support, so bending moment will be 0. What are the bending moment at 1.25 distance? Somehow in this point, the distance, at this distance the bending moment value is 6.25 kilonewton meter. Okay. What are the bending moment at center? 2.5 meter distance, 12.5 kilonewton meter. What about the 3.75 meter length, which is 8.75. Okay. From these icons you can switch on or off the particular diagram. If you click on the MZ button, it will switch on and off. When you click on the Fy button, it will on and off. Okay. In Fy, shear force, if you click on Fy, the shear force diagram will on and off. If you click on Fx, the axial force diagram, there is no axial force, so it is 0 value. In this table, just refer Fy column for the shear force values. When you click on the maximum axial, maximum bending and maximum shear, it will show a maximum negative and positive values also. Maximum positive shear force and maximum negative shear force. When you click on the particular maximum bending moment, it will show a maximum positive bending moment and maximum negative bending moment. Same as shear force, axial force. Okay. You can annotate the values of shear force and bending moment also in this particular diagram. Just go to results, view value, beam results, and switch on the shear values and click on annotate. Look at this, all the values are written over diagram. Go to the animation, section displacement, and OK for the animation. You can also generate a report of that particular diagrams and the values. To generate a report, if you are in a displacement diagram, just right click on the screen and go to the take picture and provide a ID as displacement. It's a diagram of displacement, so I provide a name as displacement. Okay. Just go to the beam and right click and take picture. It's a diagram of bending moment, so I give a value as bending moment. Switch on the diagram of shear and take a picture as shear force. Okay. Go to the reaction and take a picture of reaction also. It's a reaction. Just go to the graph and you can take picture of these graphs also. When you right click, go to the take picture. Okay. For report generation, just go to reports over here select the input data, select those data which you want to submit in your report. Suppose I selected sections, materials and support and a loading. Okay, I just want to show these 4 data in my report as a input data. Okay, what about the output data? Just click on the output button and select the data which you want to show in a particular report. Like beam displacement summary I want to show, beam force summary I want to show, and then I want to show a reactions and any other thing. Okay, I just selected only 3 things. Then go to the pictures. I want to show all the 4 pictures in my report. Okay, you can rearrange these data from these arrows. If I want a bending moment picture above the displacement, I want a reaction at last. Okay, so you can rearrange the data. Report detail increment, what is it? I'll just explain you. Now look at this, I put a 10 over here. Okay, just click on OK and zoom in. Look at this, all the results are in your report. Click on the next page. When you put 10 at the increment data, it will show a values of the particular result at 10 location of the particular just wait, I just include some details also. Okay, I just included only summary. I am including a beam displacement detail. Okay, at the last, just click on OK, zoom in, next page, go to the end. It is a beam displacement detail. So look at this, the report is generated for 10 location of that particular beam at the distance of 0, then at the distance of 0.5, at the distance of 1 meter from start point, at the distance of 1.5 meter from start point. At 10 locations, software will show you a particular values of displacement, bending moment, shear force and all other values at 10 location of the particular beam. If the beam length is 5 meter, so it will divide it into 10 parts like 0.51, 1.52, 2.5 like that. Okay, if you give an input as 10 increments. Now look at this, I just increase increment detail as 20 and then click on OK. Now go to the end of the report. Now look at this, the result is increased. It is now showing you particular values at 20 locations of that particular beam. The distance at 0, 0.25, then 5, then 0.75, then 1, like that. Okay, you can print this particular file from print button. Just go to print, select your printer or a PDF format and then click on OK. Now it is clear to all. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Please come on fast. No doubt, Satish and all other member, Nizal, Sahid. Fine. Sheikh Noor. What about the Dharmendra Kumar, Harshil? Kailash. Okay. So just move for the next problem. The uniformly distributed load on a beam. Okay. Go to the new project, new structure, select a space frame and provide a name as beam. UDL I am providing a name. You can give any name. Okay. Select a location, provide a length unit as meter and force unit as kilonewton, and then go to next and finish. Take a front view. Length of the beam is same, 5 meter. Just click on 0 and then 5 and close the particular grid. Then go to general, property, define. In define, select a rectangle and provide a depth as 0.35 and a width as 0.25. For an example, go to the add button and close this particular thing. Select the property, click on the method use cursor to assign, then click on assign button. It will change in assigning, and then click on the particular beam. Look at this, R1 is written over here, so property is assigned. Okay, you can verify from the 3D render view. Just right click on the screen and go to 3D rendering. You will find out this icon over here, 3D render view. Okay, now my property is assigned to the structure. Go to support, create, pin support, add, select the support, go to assign and then click on the particular supports. Right, we have assigned both the supports. Go to load and definition, load case details, add, loading type will be none, and title I am providing as UDL, uniformly distributed load. Okay, then click on add button and close. Select the particular case, go to add, select a member load and uniform force. Just write it down. For UDL you have to select a uniform force. It's important. Okay, provide a value. What are the values? 5 kilonewton per meter. Provide a value as -5 because the load is downward direction. Okay, just remember, if the load is applied throughout the length of the beam, no need to provide D1, D2 and D3 values. If the load is applied throughout the length of the beam, we need not to provide an input as D1, D2 and D3. Okay, just keep it blank or 0. Add and close. Select the load, select a method as use cursor to assign, click on the assign button and then click on the particular beam. Load is applied. Okay, press shift plus V button for the intensity, shift and V for when. Go to the analysis / print button, add and close. Go to analyze and run analysis and save. Then go to post processing mode and done. Okay, look at this. This one is a deflection or displacement. You can see the values of the displacement. Click on reaction. Look at this. It will show both the reactions at both supports. When you click on beam, it will show you a bending moment diagram, and the values of bending moment diagram you will find out in this particular table as MZ. Then switch on the FY diagram or shear force diagram. Hold control button and scroll your mouse in front side. Okay, to increase the size or scale, and you will find out the values of shear force in FY column. Go to the graph to see graph of the bending moment and shear force with values. Okay, you can annotate the values in this diagram also. Just go to results, view value, beam results, and then click on the particular shear value, annotate and close. Look at this, it will show you a shear values on a diagram. Okay, go to animation, section displacement, and okay. For the animation, for report, just go to reports, select the input data, go to output, select the output data. If you have taken a picture, there is no picture now, and click on OK. Select the increments. Okay, and you can now print out this particular thing. It's a quick revision. Now it's a time to ask doubts. One warning shown, how we can omit that. One warning because we applied both the supports as a pin support. Okay, if you apply one as pin and another as fixed, the warning will also remove, because some bending moment are there in particular beam. We are applying a load, so there is a bending moment, and both the supports are not able to resist that particular bending moment. That's why it shows a warning. Okay, now clear, Satish? If we apply one load as fixed, it will be fine. Okay, we can take one example of the UDL at intermediate of the beam. Okay, wanted to know when to use fixed butt support. Fixed butt support to create any other new support like roller support. There is no option of roller and you want to create a roller support, so just go to the fixed butt option and you can release the particular force which you don't want to consider in your support. All the supports are released in a roller support, only Fy is fixed, so don't check mark on Fy and check mark on all other supports, all other reactions, and add this. This is your roller support. You can create any other support also from the fixed butt option. Okay, so for intermediate, just I am taking one another load over here. I just draw a load. Okay, this one, suppose this is my one another load of 6 kilonewton per meter intensity. It is of 6 kilonewton per meter. Okay, okay, 6 kilonewton, and it is starting from the length of 2.5 meters, right? So how we can apply this load? Just go to the load case detail, click on that particular plus sign, again click on that plus sign.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go to the UDL, add member loads, uniform force, provide a value as -6. What is D1 now? D1 is the distance from start point of the beam to start point of your load. This one distance. Okay, a distance from start of the beam to start of the load. You need to provide a 2.5 at D1. 2.5. What is D2? D2 is a value or distance from start point of the beam to end point of the load, which is 5 meters. Okay, D2 is the distance from start point of the beam to end point of the load. Load is ending over here in this point, so we need to take a distance from start point of the beam to end point of the load, which is 5 meters. So just provide the D2 as 5. What is D3? It is also along the cross section, okay, which I told you. Add and close, select the load, take a method, click on assign and assign it. Now it is clear. Now you tell me what are the D1 and D2 for this particular load, the 3 kilonewton per meter load for 6 meter length beam. It is also starting from the mid of the beam, which is 3 meter, okay. What are the D1 and D2? Write down in a chat fast.
D1 3 meter, D2 6 meter.
Your voice is
D1
breaking, please.
0, D2 3, and D3 6.
No, D3 is the distance at cross section. We need not to take D3, okay. Just provide a D1 and D2, 3 and 6. We need not to take D3 value. It is along the cross section, okay. If you are eccentric, if load is eccentric along the cross sectional area, then we need to provide D3 value. Otherwise, no need to provide D3. Okay, Nizal, good.
Okay, sir.
3 and 6, 3 and 6. Nice, Satish, Richard. Good. What about the others? Please give a response if I ask a question, and just serious about the classes. Okay. Please have a pen and paper. Write down each and everything. Okay, Aisha, good. D1 is 3 and D2 is 6 meter. These both are your task. Please do it by yourself. It is your homework, okay? First homework and second homework. Just do it. Both are the homework. Link आएगा Okay, Harshil and Said, if you have any problem in first class or second class, you can ask, okay? Gautam. The training is end and we just rejoin the training. Okay, Harshil. No. Why the D2 is 4.5 meter?
यूडीएल है तो यूडीएल का पॉइंट लोड करेंगे सर लोग
नहीं, पॉइंट लोड नहीं करेंगे, उसको हम एज अ यूडीएल ही लगाएंगे
सर। तो यूडीएल का हाफ होता है ना 3 का, तो हाफ होगा उसका
नहीं,
डिस्टेंस और
देखिए
1.5 होगा।
D1 जो है वो लेना है हमें स्टार्ट पॉइंट ऑफ द बीम से स्टार्ट पॉइंट ऑफ द लोड, ये हो गया हमारा D1, राइट।
हाँ,
और D2 के लिए हमें
हाँ, सर।
स्टार्ट पॉइंट ऑफ द बीम से ही मेजरमेंट करना है एंड पॉइंट ऑफ द लोड तक, हमें उसे पॉइंट लोड में कन्वर्ट नहीं करना है।
ओके,
ये हमारा D1 और ये हमारा D2।
D2.
right? 3 and 6.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now the class is end and we will meet tomorrow. Okay. Thank you guys for the joining this particular training. These two are the homework. Please try to do. And those who are not registered for structure design masterclass, please register today. Okay. It's compulsory to register if you are not registered. Thank you guys, and I hope I'll see you in a structure design next masterclass. Nijal, Saik, Noor, please register for the training. Okay. I just allow you because you are the active members for just some trainings, 1 or 2 trainings. Thank you guys, and I hope you are understand all these things which I told you today and in a previous lecture. Those who are registered, they are receiving a particular recording of the training. Those who are not registered, they are not receiving a training videos. Okay, I am providing a training video for lifetime for you. You can have that particular link and that video, and you can watch anytime to clarify your doubts, for revision and all other things. Okay guys, thank you. मेल तो डाल दे।